gonna tap in on this Kobe
Yo,
legacy.
you going up and eating the meat, bro?
So with Kobe's legacy, right? This actually was created because I was speaking with one of my homies, right, about this topic. And we was talking about Shaq kind of so. And I was telling him Shaq has always slick played on a loaded team. And that's true. You think about it, he had Penny first with Horace Grant on that team as well. He made it to the finals, lost to Elijah. And then after that, he went to the Lakers. He had Nick Van Assel and Eddie Jones, who were two All Stars. He was getting swept then. Then once Kobe become Kobe, he started winning championships, and everybody started discrediting Kobe, talking about, "Oh, you was only winning because of Shaq." But here's my point: he had other great players and wasn't able to win with them. Sure, he won with D Wade, but guess what? D Wade
That
was
team was already formed. All they
he
needed
was
was
already
Shaq.
formed, and D
Yeah,
Wade was the best player, not Shaq. You feel me?
yeah.
So that's
Right.
where the difference.
He going up eating.
So that's really what sparked this whole debate thing here. It was me and one of my homies up in LA, and and this is what we ended up coming up with. I said, bro, Kobe's two Finals MVPs. I think his career, and we can talk on this. And Buckets, I know you said you want to explain your version of this, but
Yeah.
in my opinion, his two rings that he won with the two MVPs would have been more valuable than if he stayed on teams with Shaq and got six rings. And let's say Shaq was MVP of each one. Shaq legacy would have skyrocketed. They would have been talking about whether or not Shaq is the GOAT or not, probably.
Nah, hell no, bro.
Six MVPs, six championships, six
That's
MVP.
that. Well, that's a hypothetical because we're assuming that Shaq would get that. I don't think Shaq would get all them MVPs every year because each and every year, mind you, if Kobe and Shaq split up and like think about the situation where Kobe was talking about when he went on that run where he was scoring 40 like every night. He said Phil Jackson had to come to him and say, "Hey man, the big fella getting upset, man.
Yeah, I remember
What the
that.
what the fuck you mean he getting upset?" So now Kobe has to dial back. You dig what I'm saying? In order
Mhm.
I
to
just had a
just
fucked up
what I'm
brain.
saying, I guess to just make reservation to what I'm saying, get the big fella involved. But my personal opinion of it is that we don't never talk about this shit as far as like when we talk about the Spurs, for instance. The Spurs, they had a long run where they won a couple, then they won a few more, you know what I'm saying? But because they stayed together and we got to
I
see
know
them
we will be
actually
our way. I just
transition their
had a
game
fucked up brain.
into being more I guess uh being I guess how they was calling fundamental, calling Tim Duncan fundamental and all that shit, and then like that shit translated to them actually winning. If we were to see Shaq actually stay in good shape and actually evolve his game, granted, I get what you're saying. He would probably win a few, maybe two of those final MVPs if he would have evolved his game and stayed in shape. I don't think that would have hindered Kobe at all, though. I think Kobe would have still grew and he would have still been able to have that success that he had, but it would have been a whole lot more in a whole lot more better light because then we would have seen two players actually sacrifice and still get better at the same time. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And Shaq was older, so Shaq eventually was gonna start regressing, irregardless. Like he was gonna start going downhill regardless. But if we would been able to see Kobe and Shaq actually win six, I think it would have put Kobe in a higher discussion right now. We really would be talking about Kobe being the GOAT right now versus, you know what I'm saying? Like it actually would have made for better conversations right now because now you got to exclude what Jordan did. Now Shaq is interjecting in the conversation and saying, you know, if I wasn't there with Kobe and we didn't do this, you know what I'm saying? He'd be on everybody's podcast talking about how great he was and how great Kobe was. It just would have put them in a higher light, in my opinion. That's all I was saying.
Okay, so first I'm gonna address some of these comments that's up in here. That
Yeah.
one of my nigga Razul said Kobe is overrated. You tripping? I just want to address that. So and this is, I'm not even a Kobe fan like that. Like I tell people all the time, I grew up hating Kobe because I was a Suns fan. But I can't take away how raw that nigga was. Nigga was cold. So the overrated shit is triple.
Yeah,
Can I ask you how you became a Suns fan, if you don't mind?
You said
I
why
mean,
did
Kobe Bryant was
Yeah,
the clutch
how you
game.
became a Suns fan?
So I became a Suns fan because I used to play NBA Jam growing up, and I just picked the team with the Suns, on it with logo, and stuck with it ever since then. Because during the time, Memphis didn't have a team yet, so and I just stuck with the same thing.
I get that.
But
Low key, how I became a fucking Jets fan in football.
Because Jersey ain't had no team.
So yeah, but let me make another point. Another point that I was gonna make about the Kobe Shaq situation. So you said eventually Shaq would have started digressing. I agree with that, but I think that actually would have hindered Kobe's chance of making it back to the finals once he declined to a certain degree. So I think they would just made it. As good as Kobe was, I think if Shaq's not in top form enough to like give him enough to win, they probably don't get there. That's my opinion. Because the West was loaded. But here's the biggest thing that I think folks are not considering, and also the reason why I said this. Remember, Kobe had that rape case that grape case that showed up. You two let me slide on that, bro. Chill out. But remember he had that case that showed up.
Yeah.
The NBA politics does matter. That's the reason why Kyrie Irving didn't make the top 75 greatest player. He actually supposed to be in it, but politics kept him out. But what I'm saying is, I believe if it was close, the other way Kobe would have got MVP in any of those, let's say they do win the 4 championships, the only way he would have got it is if it was like a landslide, like Kobe was just head over shoulders, way better than Shaq. But if it was anywhere close to close, they would have gave it to Shaq. Simply out politics.
Yeah, I mean, shit. Shaq was the star, man. But Shaq was a fucking diva, bro. Call it what the fuck it is. We shit on LeBron up here all the fucking time. Shaq is pretty much that nigga. He pretty much LeBron. You know what I'm saying? Like that nigga had to go team up with all these goddamn good ass players, bro, just to fucking solidify somewhat of his legacy. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't mad at him for doing that shit. I'm just saying, like, you wait until now to be like you was the top dog. When Kobe was still alive, he was still doing interviews, dog. And I don't remember hearing Shaq interjecting at any point saying, "No, Kobe, that was me." You know what I'm saying? Like I don't remember none of that shit. If the footage is out there, please bring it to me so I can see it myself.
He did have that song, "Hey Kobe, tell me how my ass is."
Man, come on, bro. Come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? But I think the mentality would have been a whole lot different for them if they just would have compromised and they would have sacrificed a little more. You know what I'm saying? I think it wouldn't have been that, oh, I was better, or I was the team leader, or I was the top dog. I think it would have been more or less like we both sacrificed to get to, what we wanted, and that was championships, essentially. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you see, like, just like I said, if Kobe went on a run, he's scoring 40 points a night, and this nigga got to go tug Phil, this nigga scoring too much, man. He ain't giving me the ball. I want to.
That is crazy.
That's some whole shit, bro. That sound like LeBron, in my opinion. Luka don't give LeBron the ball for the first 10 games of the season. LeBron gonna ask for a goddamn trade on the 11th, nigga. He out of there. You know what I'm saying? So
And LeBron is invested in wanting to stay in LA. But this is the thing, which is crazy. This wasn't supposed to be a topic, but I'm just to throw it in there as a sidebar. This nigga wants to stay in LA so bad, but the Lakers not giving that nigga a contract. So y'all saw that picture of this nigga practicing in inside of the Clippers facility. You know, the old Clippers facility that's in the Lakers stadium.
Yeah.
And I think he stayed doing that to control narratives and make niggas talk about him. But this is the thing. If he wants to stay in LA, there is another team. Because the Lakers not gonna give him a contract. Maybe the Clippers will. What y'all think of that?
Yeah,
I mean,
they still chasing for a championship, so they're going to chase whatever star they can get, whoever they can get.
yeah, I mean, if LeBron James, if he do leave the Lakers, he probably go over there in Dallas to play with Clay Thompson and Cooper Flag over there, and that means that if they that team gonna be a 54 winning team if he leave LA.
Man, LeBron go his ass over there. He gonna destroy them for organization like he did every organization he ever went to.
Well, yeah, destroy the Mavericks. Fuck them.
They got a young rising star with Cooper Flag coming over there. You already got AD, you got Kyrie, you got Klay Thompson. You got a championship caliber team already. Do not let that nigga come over there and ruin that team, steal all the credit, finesse a championship, and try to claim he was the best player. But that's what he gonna do.
Right.
Man, fuck the Mavericks.
I mean, LeBron James need to retire. You done got your championship rings. Got two with Miami, one with Cleveland, and one with the Lakers. So you might as well go ahead and wrap it up. So your game done passed you by. It's time for somebody else to take over.
That's a good question, DeMarcus Gay. What would y'all answer be to that? Between Penny Hardaway and Tracy McGrady, who's the best? I'm from Memphis, so I'm gonna be biased. I gotta say.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Penny too, because I'm saying Penny because he had a full career. Tracy got hurt. After he got hurt, he was
because Tracy McGrady was here.
Penny got hurt too,
and Tracy McGrady is injury prone.
Both of them is a huge what if.
Give me T-Mac.
Okay.
So you say you're gonna take T-Mac as a guy?
Yeah.
See, I ain't mad at whichever.
I mean, but at the same time, like, how do you really compare them? They two different type of players.
That's my thing. I'm a point guard guy, so that's why I said Penny. Penny played point.
Well, yeah, like I just told you, I was biased. But if I really gotta think about it, shit, it's still close because you gotta think about it. Honestly, I'm still gonna go with Penny, even though no biasness being attached. I'm gonna go with Penny because Penny Hardaway was able to go to the finals with Shaq. You know what I'm saying? In the East, and keep in mind during that time, the East was a tougher conference.
Yeah. Tracy ass didn't get up out the first
round.
Tracy
couldn't go nowhere, bro.
He couldn't get up out the first round.
Yeah.
Hell no.
Because that dude played with Yao Ming and Shaq and Ray Paulson and Shane Battier, man, and they always losing to Utah.
Had some talent. The only time he made it far.
He can't play with Shaq though. He played with Shane Battier.
He made it far with the Spurs, and folks forget he was on that Spurs team in 2014.
That shit don't fucking count. He ain't fucking play.
Yeah, that's crazy.
No, he ain't played. Tracy McGrady ain't never played with San Antonio. He was sitting on the bench.
That nigga averaged like a minute a game.
Didn't that nigga play in Detroit too for like a season?
Oh yeah, he played in Detroit.
Yeah.
He played on the Knicks too.
Definitely.
He played in New York.
Yeah, we don't count that shit. We don't count none of that shit.
End of his career.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna have to roll with Penny. It's close though. But I'm gonna roll with Penny. Cause Michael Jordan actually crowned Penny when he was still playing. When it was an interview of them asking.
I had to mention my little bias because AI
who would be next, who we see up next. And Michael Jordan said he thinks it's gonna be Penny, but of course, I damn near that year or the next year, Penny had that major injury and he was never the same after that. But anyways, good topic. I'm gonna go ahead and transition to our last one of the night, and that is I also made a video on this one too. We kind of touched on it a little bit, but hey, I gotta go ahead